Mm, 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 mm. Make sure we getting on YouTube. Hey YouTube. Hey, what's going on? Check one, check two. Make sure hit. There it is. There it is. Let me go ahead and mute this right here. Make sure we go hit record right here. Where's my record button? Hey, beautiful people. There it is. Recording. There you go. That's what I like to hear. All right, we good over here, TikTok. We good over here, YouTube. Seem like we are copaceting on both sides, but one, two. Well, what's going on, beautiful people? It's your host, Drake B. Drake with Everything Culture, the podcast for all cultures, a podcast with a purpose. This morning, this evening, this afternoon, especially this Sunday evening. This is Sunday Night Live. We're here with another conversation that we have every Sunday with our audience, our community, our village. Talk about what happened in this past week, what we got coming up, check on one another, check the temperature, make sure we all right, take care of one another, and just, chop it up, what we say down here in the South. But thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for coming through. Once again, I am Drake. I am with this beautiful platform and podcast by the name of Everything Culture. Everything Culture has been going on for 7 years now. Our mission statement comes from the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which is he believed that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because of segregation. And because of segregation, we have miscommunication. So our goal is to build a connection through conversation based on the pillars of respect, communication, and consistency so we can get to know each other so we can love one another. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure to tap the screen, share the live, and all that beautiful stuff. Don't be afraid to drop a comment. We're here to converse with one another. If you're not watching us live right now, you're listening to this later on during the episode, you can still leave comments. You can still tell us how you're feeling, your thoughts. We love to have them. But tonight is Sunday, August 9th, 2026. And boy, oh boy, I'm 40. I love it. Once again, last week's episode and conversation, I shouted out my friends and my connections, people who showed up actually to celebrate my birthday at Allure Lounge, at Bumpy Pickle, at Culture, and went to church and fellowship with me at Grace. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming out. This one, shout out to Baby again. She came through. We went to the Metroplex, the DFW. I spent time with family. So shout out to the Simmons, the Drakes, the Johnsons, the lineage. Had a good time. Delicious food at a spot we went to called Brunch 360. Top of the line. Very good. Thank you for the happy birthday inspirations of Jesus. Appreciate you. But yeah. Shout out to my brother Ron. Happy birthday to my kinfolk, Aaron. If this is coming out a little later, shout out to my cousin Adante. Love y'all. Like I love my family. But boy, oh boy, my family is something else. Okay. I don't know how y'all family get down, but my family is, yeah. Okay. My family is something else. All right. Something I always categorize my family with. Okay. I've been part of this family 40 years now. I think I have the right to classify. I do this with all my friends, my peers. I classify them. All right. I classify them as like lunch tables or just tables in general. And we have three different tables for now. Okay. We have three different tables. We got the sweeties, meaning they're nice, they're wholesome, they are caring, they ain't trying to hurt nobody, they're not messy, but they just like, and they just good people, they just really try, and people usually take advantage of them. That's the flaw. People bully them, they push them, they try to make them do things they want to. That sometimes they could be manipulated, but this is the sweetie pot table. Y'all follow me? This is a sweetie pot table. Then it's another word I'll use, but I'm not gonna use that word. But we got the meanies. Okay. They're just aggressive, don't laugh, messy, always, causing agents of chaos. Okay. The con with them is people usually try to avoid them and they may have dealt with some type of severe trauma or issue in life that they have yet to overcome or resolve. So they just you work it through by just being mean people. Not saying they are. Once again, I'm gonna come back to this, but Y'all follow me? We got the sweetie pies and we got the meanies. Y'all with me? We together on this? We together on this. Cool. Then we got the divas. Turn your volume up for this. Then we got the divas. Okay. The divas are just that they gotta have the attention. They gotta run the show. They gotta make sure, hey, if it don't matter if it's it don't matter if it's your birthday, don't matter if it's your event, it's your speaking engagement. Well, don't matter what's happening, the attention better be on them. And they will find a very sly way to put themselves in a position of attention or recognition. All right. So y'all follow me. We have what's the three tables, y'all? What's the three tables? Okay. We have the sweetie pies, we have the meanies, and we have the divas. Now, just because you at one of these tables don't mean you can't transition to the other one. I've seen I've seen musical chairs with these tables in my life. All right. I've seen people turn to meanies, go to divas. That sometimes and some people can get confused between the meanies and the divas. Okay. You gotta know which one. See, inspirations of Jesus know what we're talking about over here. Then we got the sweetie pies. I've seen sweetie pies become meanies. I've seen meanies become sweetie pies. And I've seen sweetie pies become divas, and sometimes that's that is a very interesting a transition. I would say that. Okay, I've seen divas try to pull a sweetie pie over because a sweetie pie can have some popularity. They can have the pull, and they think, okay, how can I get this person on our side and kind of because to be a diva, you gotta have some little nastiness. Not always, but you have to make sure, like, hey, you know who running the show. Okay. Okay. So in my family, love y'all. And if y'all watch this, stop me. At any point that you feel like I'm lying, come holler at me. Y'all know my number. If you don't know my number, you can get it. You can come in here. It's ways to reach me. All right. Y'all, and the ones who's hearing this that know I'm not lying, y'all have a good laugh with this. Okay. Y'all enjoy it. But sitting back, spending time with family, I've been saying this like, man, why in the world, if it's my birthday, I'm gonna go out my way to see you. Take your time. Okay. And just quickly, I usually don't do this. The name of this episode, because throughout this whole thing, I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to take this and bring this information, this knowledge to your friends and your family and your peers and your loved one. But this episode is just think. Just think. I think a lot of us are moving too fast in this world, physically and mentally and emotionally. And I just want us to take the time. You can stop and just think. If I go out of town, if I drive 4 hours out of town for an event that I'm having, why? And I'm hosting this event, a central location for everybody. All right. What do everybody? Okay, quickly, what we're gonna do? I want y'all to just think. Hey, Christian. Hey, Renata. We're just thinking right now. If you have someone that comes into your city, travels out, they schedule an event, and they invite you to this event, we're thinking, right? I'm gonna ask you, would y'all try to tell them, come by my place of my home where I'm at, which is 2 hours or an hour and a half, whatever. It's not in your direction, anything in that nature to come see you. Would you do so? Come on, let's just think. I wouldn't. Okay. Okay. I just wonder what y'all feel. And then You get your feelings hurt because the person says no. They did not have the expectations. Because we talked about, we always talk about boundaries. But I want people to just think. All right. I want people to just think about other people's feelings, other people's schedules, or just read the room. You can use that too. But I think the point is to just think. And once again, some people got that diva mentality that their thought process may be like, even though it's you, even though this event or this moment should be about you, no, it's about it could be about you, but that shine should be on me a little bit, you know? Now, hey Kiara, what's going on? Now, some people may be comfortable with that. I'm not. I'm not. Listen, I don't know what table I am. Y'all can choose. I say I sit in the middle of the tables. I don't care where you put me at the table. You can, some people I'm gonna go be a diva. Some people I'm gonna be a meanie. Some people I'm gonna be a sweetie pie. That's what, however you feel. But when I'm sliding in somewhere to come to celebrate with y'all, I'm already coming out of town to be closer to y'all, give y'all plenty of opportunity and a notice to what we're doing. You still choose to, and listen, I said this before. I don't mind when people can't make it because we are adults. Life be life, and y'all, it truly does. But don't, you ain't got to make all these excuses and lies. All these excuses and lies, you ain't got to. I had somebody tell me that they had an accident. Even it, like y'all know we have technology. We have these things called cell phones. And with these cell phones, you keep record of stuff, especially text messages, all right? So if you tell me you fail or you hurt yourself or you're sick, but you didn't say that the day it happened, you was completely fine. I don't see the necessary point of doing so. But once again, I want y'all to take the time and just think. Even think about the lie you about to tell me. Think of excuse, because man, does this make sense? Do I need to tell this person this lie? Do I need to go out the way for it? Like shout out to my kinfolk Los. Los came into town. He had to go to a funeral. Cool. That and we were straightforward. He was like, man, we'll come by the crib around the corner. Like, listen, all intention. Los, I gotta get on this road. I gotta go. Love you, kinfolk. Love you too. That's a cool back and forth. No problem. But he ain't gonna be like, oh, you don't come see me. You don't show me love. You don't do this. You don't do that. I don't know because we men or what. I don't ever like thinking like that. But some people. But Los don't want. Los is not a diva. Okay, Los chill. Los go be cool with it. Okay, and I'm saying this all out of love and recognition, man. I just want y'all to know to take your time and just think. All right. I got to get back on this road. I'm trying to make it back to the H before it get dark because I'm 40. I don't like driving in the dark no more on long roads. If I wanted to be a truck driver, that's what I would have became. Shout out to all my haulers and truck drivers and all that. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Cause I can't do it. No. I get sleepy. I've been like this since I was a baby. I get in the car and I'm dozing off. That's me. Okay. Shout out to y'all. Cause I take the time and I just think. All right. Going to dealing with, I was able to see another new family member. Love to see it. I want to put something together for my family. The men, we're gonna have to lock in a little bit. We got to teach the youth a little bit more. Okay. We got to mentor. I'm all about mentoring the community. I got to start mentoring more in my family, man. For real. I really do. But being out of town, being the distance I am, it's not making anything better. And I recognize that. But we got to start spreading a little bit more words, a little bit more love and seasoning around. when I was with my nephew, it's like get shout out the restaurant we went to. You know, my sister asked him, his granddad, take him to the restroom. Oh, I got it, no problem. Went to the restroom, cool as what. He hit me with a butters. If y'all don't know what that means, oh, just look back. He hit me with a butters. And like, hey, man. And then I just turned around like, hey, I'm watching the door now. Like making sure nobody step in, nobody do all that. And then hey, hurry up, handle your business. Okay. Cute, cute. But hey, I'm making sure no weirdos coming in here, but I'm making sure to give them a little space of time. But I had to have a conversation with my loved one, like the mama, like, hey, who taught him how to go to who taught him like how anybody? She was like, nah. I like, oh man, not that many men. It's not that many men that be around him. So I look like, man, we start to implement some more. I'm gonna try to find some friendly videos. Maybe I don't know if Miss Rachel is a Mr. Rachel out there that would teach young boys how to use the urinal and public restrooms and things of that nature. These are things that's needed. But sometimes we don't really recognize these small things because he's like first grade, I believe. But sometimes we just don't we don't take the time and just think. No, because listen, that society we move fast. I remember being a kid, like if we can go way if I'm 40, if I go way back and who taught me how to use a public restroom, not just restroom at the house, but the restroom in public and the etiquette, guys supposed to have, where does that come from? Especially if you I learned it from my grandfather and the other men, but if you ain't got them around you, that's problematic. That's a cultural thing, That's a conversation people usually don't have and think about it because what we're not doing, we just not taking our time in to just think. I'm going to let me tell you. Going to the point of even talking to my family members and friends. If you in the great man, once again, we can talk about what's the word I'm looking for? Indoctrination to, damn near brainwashing. Being from Texas, the greatest state of Texas, I was just telling people I am DFW born. I'm East Texas raised, and I'm H-Town living. Okay. If you are from Texas, you was raised to have Texas history. You know the great state of Texas. Texas is the state that represents what America looks like the most. A lot of people would assume it's New York. To my belief, I believe Texas, and listen here, look at the bravado, the pride, the ego. Even as you said, I believe Texas is the state that represents the USA the best, the most. You can't tell us Nathan, nothing. We are number one. If you ain't first, you last. Pride, pride, pride. I don't care how wrong the people that may be doing it. If you represent Texas, we go ride to the death for you, even if it's against our own best interest. After living in a different state, after living, I ain't gonna argue with you, but we know like being in Texas, Texas number one. But after living in a different state and experiencing the culture of a different state, and not only experiencing the culture of a different state, actually like being outside and looking how other people look at us. I mean, being on the outside looking in. I'm like, ooh, we are a little throwed off. Oh, and once again, I was living in Washington State during the pandemic, and baby, I was like, man, people left and right. Oh my God, why is Texas doing this? Where is Texas getting the information from? Why are they believing this? Why are they not thinking about their own best interest? And you know what I had to say? There's Texas. You can't tell Texans nothing. You can't tell a Texan a damn thing. Cause we're Texas. You're damn right. We'll die. It's like come and get it. You feel me? We got that is the state that has been part of my childhood, my education, my upbringing, you name it. So how do we overcome and go for it? You know? And I said this, recently we're going to talk about some laws that was recently passed. We'll watch a quick video. I'm gonna try to clip it a little later, but I'm just so dang. Cause coming back to Texas is like one, y'all, we ain't gotta live like this. Two, it made me see what conservative shit, being conservative really mean. Have coming from a conservative state, living somewhere liberal where I'm making some progress. I'm like, I'm seeing things that I was told this never could be possible because people would never go for it. But people really put their not even people just trust the process and resource and have faith. We can make something great. We ain't got to continue to live in a certain society or behavior. But if y'all ain't from Texas, we about to share the quick clip from Fox 7. Y'all bear with it. Give it a little bit of silence. Let's put it together and we'll go to it, y'all. Yeah, we right here. We're conversing about it. Shut up. Ain't nobody talking to you. Mm. Wild work, man. Wild work. And that's a tricky thing about it. Gummies, brownies, if you're baking it, if people say, well, it's not the flour, the laws are changing. Oh, I understand. I'll try to peel it. Now, the TikTok, you got me on that one. I won't get mad at that. But the thing is, it's like, man, we coming up on a lot of stuff right now. We're coming up on a lot of voting rights. It's something that I hit up folks like, man, I don't know what you be doing, but make sure you ain't doing it. Coming from a state where certain substances were legal, okay, that doesn't have a ban. I've come to the point like, man, looking at the harmful needs and why these things being put passed, going back to that, being conservative, you know. Because my thing is, I come from a very conservative county, Smith County. Okay. I come from a dry county. It was when I was growing up, it was dry. Dry meaning you couldn't even they couldn't sell alcohol like liquor in the county. You have to go across county lines to get a bottle of, you know, with Tito's, to get some whiskey, Grey Goose, whatever you want to get sip on, some rum. It wasn't even allowed in my county. You can drink it, but you had to go. That's why it had bootleggers and things of that nature in my county, in all the way up into the 2000s. Okay, but seeing going somewhere where it's liberal, then coming back to this, and now the criminalization of it is what's wild to me. People we're moving backwards. Not saying things should be all willy nilly, because I'm trust me, I don't support all substances. But the thing is to have that, I but we got liquor you can get from everywhere. You got certain pills, you got pill mills all around here in the greater Houston area. It's bigger conversations that people can crack down on something that is being considered so recreational in other states and other spaces. But tell people, y'all get out there and vote. Y'all be attentive to what's happening. Do your research. Just that simple, y'all. That's how I try to communicate. Because what we need to do, just think. And sometimes thinking, I don't know. Some people ain't had the best thinking of themselves. Cause just like what we talking about right now, just a few weeks ago, still need to be discussed. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells, man. It's a lot of folks that don't just think. But we'll keep saying this in this young man's name, instead of praying for the family. We still hoping justice and the facts are being given. No matter how many people try to argue with me, I've never seen so many people try to say, "Oh, stop." When people tell you to stop talking about something, they would tell who, listen, just think. Okay. School about to get started. I see you run out of school about to start soon. And I'm hoping that these educators, this faculty, staff, and these children are remembering to just think. Everybody take the time and just think before you move. Think before you speak. Don't be too quick to respond to something or be the first one to say something. I'd rather for someone to be the first not even, I don't care about being the first. Say it accurately, rather being the first one to say it. Okay. I hope I'm making sense right here. I truly am. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Um, but yeah, this is something hitting 40. Seeing that's why I take my last few sips. I'm gonna try to drop some weight. I'm gonna try to drop some weight. I have eaten, I have been merry. I'm talking, I have sipped. I did not turn down any sweets, okay? From cake and pies. I still look good. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, I think it's time for me to do a little bit more transformation for everybody. I ain't been to the gym all week, but I'm gonna lock back in for it. I am. I am. I tell you, but spending time with oh, before I go further, just think. Spending time family last night playing spades. Coming from, I consider myself a pretty solid spade player. Why, if you listen, I don't mind playing spades with someone who's not an expert in spades, okay? All right. I don't mind. Y'all look at me. Look at me with a camera, okay? If you know you're not the best spades player, the worst thing you can do is when a mistake happens. If well, y'all not a mistake happens, if y'all don't win the hand or you renege, not renege, renege is different. If you don't meet your books, whatever the case may be, and you start trying to blame your partner, that's the worst thing to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just think. Hold on, I'm in the season of Hold on. I'm showing my home with my child. What's BWing? You gotta explain it. Hey, thick model chick. 40 is the transformation age. Do what you do and do it on your time. Hey man, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, her world. What's going on? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Once again, if yeah, listen, this should work. That if y'all trying to join the Zoom, come on through. Come on through. We go hop off of this in a moment. Hey y'all. Hope y'all doing. Thank y'all for listening to Everything Culture. If y'all ever want to join the Zoom, well, we're gonna be on more on TikTok directly over the probably August, maybe the last time we're on Zoom for a while, unless somebody want to fund the Zoom account. But this is something we try to chop it up a little bit on here on TikTok and on YouTube. Then we do Zoom and private, have continue the conversation we have now. Y'all hear things that I this like behind the scenes that we have on Zoom. But think of it that way. Just think of it that way. But man, playing spades with some family members, I usually don't lose in spades. But you know, everybody, I tell people, spades is a great game if you're trying to be in a relationship or if you're already in a relationship. Because I say if you can play spades with someone and have a good time, and not the and win, of course, but especially have a good time, y'all can grow with each other. Y'all can have a future with one another. Okay, it's really telling, in my opinion. It's truly telling because spades is a game where you can't decide on the hand you're dealt. All right. Now, yeah, depending how people cut, French cuts and things of that nature, you can do a little bit more of a, how do I say, manipulation that you can kind of determine at least a few things that can go your way and others. Okay. But between you and your partner, you have a partner. All right. What's my pillars, y'all? What's the pillars of everything culture? Respect, communication, and consistency. People respect, communication, consistency. All right. See, look, I can't play spades. Now, Uno is just chaos. We're talking about spades. All right. With spades, you have a partner. Uno, you by yourself. If you good at Uno, stay single. That's Uno, single. You are just you. You don't have no partners. This is I said is good for a relationship. I'm telling my niece, you need to learn spades with your husband. He plays spades. You need to learn with him. Okay. Sit back and watch, but still, cause when you in a relationship, you in there with somebody else, and y'all gonna have to go against some things in the future. Y'all can't determine the hand y'all go get, but y'all gotta play with the hand you got. Now the first hand go be it itself. Y'all go learn this out just figuring it out with each other. But it got to get to that point where y'all got to start planning. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Just think. Y'all got to start planning. All right. And it's not just one person doing all the planning. Y'all got to plan together. Mm. Well, you can have one person to go call out the plan, but y'all got to plan. Y'all got to sit back. Y'all got to talk. Hey, you got this many. You can't say too much. You just know I can't tell you what I got, but I can tell you what on a surface level. This is what we're looking at now. We got to trust one another. Sometimes your partner may tell you, I ain't got nothing, partner. I ain't got nothing. It is looking nasty out here. I'm gonna need to lean on you. And sometimes y'all just gotta go board just to make it by. Sometimes your partner like, I got you. I got you. And the other times your partner be like, I ain't really got it like that. I got a little bit, but I ain't got a lot. You feel me? But we have to pitch in a little bit both right now. Because with spades, if you don't communicate effectively and play well with your partner, you can have a good hand and do terrible with it. You following me? Y'all following me? You can have a good hand and be terrible with it if you ain't got a partner that you can respect and communicate with. Got two in that possible, baby. You understand? We can work with that. All right, let's get that. I ain't here to cut you. I ain't here to overspeak you. I ain't here to tell. And guess what? Sometimes your partner may say something they got that two. They say they got two in the possible. They may have that one in the possible. They get maybe the and guess what? Your oh partner, this and that. Oh now you losing that respect for your partner. You are and now and the thing is, let me tell you this: the enemy is always looking to find that chink in your armor between you and your partner. You following me? When they see y'all got listen, because listen, I tell you, because you if you on the other side of me and my partner on space table, I'm looking for that chink. I'm waiting for y'all to mess up. I'm waiting for you to have a little bit roll your eyes and say something. I'm gonna see that little weakness. Ooh, that's how y'all talking to each other. You may not want to trust them on that, baby. It's and look, and that's how people break. If I'm able to get in between you and your relationship, that is a problem. That's a problem. A lot of people I see online, when I see people start posting their relationship issues and stuff online, the relationship in my eyes are over. Oh, y'all are stuck. Oh my God. Cause guess what? The enemy is gonna be speaking about what y'all got going. Cause you open it. You the one that put it out there. Roof. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that dog barking? He's telling y'all to just think. Then on the other end, you and your partner may not have nothing. Y'all barely scraping by, but long as y'all stick together, I've seen people that had terrible hands come up on top and win just because they took the time to communicate and lock in together. But the enemy so quick to tell you not to trust your partner. And sometimes if your partner, and sometimes you gotta recognize if your partner don't trust you, you gotta find another partner sometime. You gotta move. Hey, I gotta go. That's why I would say one of the best things to have with in the space and one of the most priority is knowing the rules of the house. And two, you got to find you a partner that you can trust and have good line of communication with. And communication is not always verbal. Communication is connection. You following me? Y'all following me? I lost three in a row with a partner. And I'm like, first time we did, oh, will you cut me? Like, how did I cut you? And I played my card first. Hmm. Hmm. I didn't say nothing at the table because I didn't want to show the kink, but you showing the kink. Why you do that? And now they listen. Don't gotta show the people weak. The same thing in any sport. Y'all your team gotta stay tight knit. When you want to make us a mistake, let's clean up the mistake and we keep driving and going forward. You feel me? But I can talk about spades all night. But y'all, is thank y'all for the love once again. Thank everyone for giving me all the gifts off my wish list. We look forward to continue to celebrate and just celebrating life with y'all. Thank y'all for the birthday love. I greatly appreciate it. We got some things coming up the next. We'll do something every month. It ain't about the birthday, but just for us celebrating one another. But man, y'all know how we do here. Everything culture. This is the podcast for all cultures. The podcast with a purpose. This is Sunday Night Live. We appreciate y'all for being here, chopping it up with us. We come together every Sunday evening, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have more episodes coming to y'all soon. If y'all want to hear something, let us know. Make sure to follow us on all our socials. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to a podcast. It's everything culture, not everything culture. We want to tell y'all, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We enjoy y'all. Love my family, even though y'all crazy. Let me tell you, I wouldn't place y'all with another one, okay? But overall, man, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the connection. We appreciate chopping it up. And listen, don't let it, don't, if you like what you hear, you like being here, make sure to come through. If you want to join the Zoom, holler at us. Well, you want to join the TikTok, come through. We here. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We kick y'all later. Peace. Mm-mm.